Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, all subscribers and viewers and supporters of this channel. Welcome back. We are going to identify whether the smoke emission that is being released and generated from the diesel transfer process, as we are doing now for the evaluation of this particular activity, what is it? Is it in the normal situation, abnormal situation, or emergency situation? We'll check that out shortly. Okay, before we go on, as usual, I implore to myself and all viewers, especially Muslims, brothers and sisters, please do not watch this video if you are already in the mosque for the Friday prayers, khutbah, and attending any religious lessons anywhere in the world. Thank you very much. Wish you Jannah Naim. Now let us continue. We're still in the middle of the evaluation. Well, not really in the middle. We are towards the end of the evaluation of this particular environmental aspect, which is smoke emission, which is coming out from an activity called diesel transfer, where a lorry transporter carrying diesel fuel is coming in, traveling all the way from their depot elsewhere 50 to 100 kilometers away into the premise of this factory, or our factory we can call it, and unloading the load of diesel fuel from that tank into our company's diesel storage tank. All right, we are evaluating that. We have done other earlier evaluation criteria. Now, just to recap again, over and over again, this is what I have to remind ourselves, that the work that we are doing is about evaluating environmental aspects for its significant impact, thereby rendering those aspects significant or not. Okay, what I have before you is the compressed chronology of the steps involved in the promulgation or in the establishment of our environmental management system ISO 14001. And where are we? We are right here doing evaluation of our environmental aspect, in this case one environmental aspect, because we have done the earlier part, which is we have identified all those environmental aspects involved in this particular activity, and now we are on the next stage, which is to identify, to determine what are significant environmental aspects for this particular activity, for this particular company. All right, and this is very important. It is the early stage of the implementation of ISO 14001, because based on the definition of ISO 14001 version 2015, environmental management system manages environmental aspects. How? By fulfilling compliance obligations and addressing risk and opportunities. That's the definition. And what are environmental aspects? Let us recap again. They are elements of our organization's activities, products, and services that interact or can interact with the environment. Got it? Once these aspects are evaluated for their significance, then the company knows where they are positioned in the environmental management. What are their challenges? What are their significant environmental aspects? And they can anticipate what they need to do. Therefore, after they know all that, then only they start to develop their environmental policy right there, not before. And thereafter start to promulgate what they choose for their environmental objective. It is a holistic target, holistic environmental target for this company. It's a broad scope, okay, but it is quite defined. And from those objectives, they start to develop specific bullseye targets that they desire to achieve. And in order to arrive at those targets, they have got to develop this environmental management program. Who, do what, when, and how much man-hour, budgetary, equipment, investment, etc. Those are in the EMP to make it work, to arrive to the target and thereby arriving to what ISO called or termed intended outcome. And in the targets and EMP, they have got to include evidence, statement, commitment in what? Enhancement of environmental performance for the company. And their endeavor, commitments in fulfilling compliance obligation, and thereby rendering them really moving towards achieving their meeting their environmental objectives. I hope that is clear enough, and I will show you in short how we have identified all the environmental aspects. Not really all, I listed a few. We have got constraint and space, but if you do it manually on your own, you will find at least about 20 to 25 lists of environmental aspects from this activity alone. Try and do it, okay? So, this is coming from our previous video. I just reiterate that, or I try to recap and recall what we have done. And this is the activity, transfer of diesel from this tanker lorry, to the diesel tank in the factory. And this is the input-output video. You can take a look because we trail each environmental aspects to their respective corresponding environmental impact via the life cycle perspective. How do we do that? Please check it out in those videos. All right. So we are still evaluating smoke emission. Thereby, let's take a look at the dashboard. This is where we are, and apparently we have evaluated all the numeric base evaluation criteria. We have the score 90 over there for smoke emission. Okay, here. Okay, it's 90. We already got the figure. Now we want to determine whether this particular environmental aspect occur for this factory. It is this factory that's going for the ISO 14001 certification. Okay, so whether it occur in normal, abnormal, or emergency, so-called situation. So thereby, please remember this transfer, the fact that this lorry arrives to this factory is a monthly situation. It's a monthly affair. There you are. It is a normal process, a normal practice for this company to receive this lorry entering their factory's premise once in a month to unload quantified amount of diesel fuel from the lorry tank into the factory's storage tank, diesel storage tank. Therefore, it is rendered to be that particular smoke emission from the exhaust of that lorry on a monthly regular normal basis is considered a normal situation. Got it? So it is nothing to do with plan, schedule, abrupt, like maintenance work or emergency situation where you got breakdown in the company. No, this factory who is going for the certification. Please remember, the lorry is a supplier, outsourced. So the factory is going for 14,001. So this lorry comes into the premise of this factory without interrupting any other processes which is occurring in the factory on a normal basis. It does not interrupt any of the activity in the factory. And in fact, the activity, diesel unloading, is already a normal activity for this company. It would be an emergency for the company if the lorry doesn't arrive on time, or when the diesel tank for the company ran out of fuel, then that would be probably emergency situation. All right, so I hope you are clear that this process, this is seldom addressed in training, but I'll do it for you. Okay, so this is, therefore, let us take a look at the dashboard again. Where are we? Yes, we have done the smoke emission, which is in normal situation. Okay, and apparently at this point, what we see is, if you are the company, you know very well that you have got all these environmental aspects already evaluated, okay? And apparently the dirty spill kits over here has got to be causing more significant environmental impact, rendering dirty spill kit as compared to the other two as an environmental aspect of higher significance. I hope you can understand that based on all this evaluation, and in reality, it is indeed a true case. And I believe in the next part, we will do the environmental performance evaluation for this particular aspect, and probably we will also check what are the risk and opportunity for this particular smoke emission, what you think the company would want to do in order to manage that particular release and emission of smoke from the exhaust of the lorry. Done. All right, so I believe we are going to do, yes, environmental performance evaluation, EPE, based on the ISO 14001 in the next video. Thank you very much, YouTube. Thank you, subscribers, viewers, and supporters of this channel. I am grateful to be here for you. I wish everybody safe. Get yourself inoculated, all right, with any vaccine that would fight that COVID. Stay healthy. Prosperity is what I wish for all of you as well. So until we meet in the next video, I wish everybody Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.